Welcome to Celeb Corner K. Right now, a certain story is making headlines in the country. The story of a man that has moved to the High Court of the Republic of Kenya to quash the appointment and swearing in of Kithure Kindiki that happened last week. Kithure Kindiki is the current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya after being sworn into office on 31st of October, which was last week on Friday. Now, one activist has moved to court seeking to overturn Kindiki's appointment as DP. An activist by the name of Joseph Enoch has filed a petition at the Milimani High Court seeking to overturn the appointment of Professor Kithure Kindiki as Kenya's Deputy President. Aura's petition, spanning 215 pages, argues that the process leading to Kindiki's swearing in last week was unconstitutional and violated multiple provisions in Kenya's legal framework. Aura, represented by lawyer Harrison Kenyanjui, asserts that Kindiki's installation violated Article 137(2). 137 sub-article 2B of the Kenyan Constitution. According to this law, no individual should assume the role of Deputy President while holding another public office. However, Aura claims that Kindiki remains the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Interior with no formal Gazette notice declaring his resignation from this position. The activist argument hinges on the contention that Kindiki's continued role as Interior Cabinet Secretary contravenes legal procedures and renders his new appointment invalid. Aura further alleges that process surrounding Kindiki's appointment lacked transparency, which undermines the principles of openness and accountability established under Article 10 of the Constitution. According to Aura, the swearing-in was conducted without public engagement or legal formality, thus constituting a violation of the Constitution's guidelines on transparency. Aura's petition also highlights additional legal oversights, claiming that Deputy President's swearing in ceremony should have involved the declaration of a public holiday. This omission, he asserts, undermines the constitutional legitimacy of the process. Adding to the legal challenge, Aura raises concerns about Musalia Mudavadi, the current Interior Cabinet Secretary, whose position may also face scrutiny under similar constitutional requirements. The court has set a response deadline of November 12 for Kindiki. President William Ruto-led regime, Attorney General Dorcas Oduor, and other relevant parties. Justice Bahati Mwamunye scheduled the next hearing for December 16th, when the court will consider Aura's argument against Kindiki swearing in as Deputy President. I can see the man has, how should I put it, he has a very legit case that he is bringing at Milimani Law Court. Yesterday, we had a sit down. If you look on our yesterday's interview, a sit down with Professor Fred Ogola. And he tried to educate us about the law of our country and how the law of our country has been violated by making Professor Kithure Kindiki the current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. When you look at it in the manner on how we were educated by Professor Fred Ogola, you will realize that this man is not supposed to be the Deputy President. And when you look at it, there is nobody in the current regime, maybe somebody that had not been holding an office, a civil servant office, somebody that has not been working for Ruto's government. That is the person that literally had chances of becoming the next DP. But according to what we have, is a man that disregards the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya and a judicial system that does not take into consideration what the constitution of our republic tells us. And that is why we have the current Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Now, in terms of legalities and in terms of the IEBC also, according to the IEBC, a man like Professor Kithure Kindiki, there is a way of creating a vacancy in the office of the Deputy President. The correct way of creating the vacancy was not followed, and that is why we are being told that this appointment does not align itself with our constitution. So this man by the name of Aura has a very legit case against Kithure Kindiki and against the Ruto's regime. But the question still remains, and I ask again, will the High Court follow the Constitution and look at the validity in which to overturn Kithure Kindiki swearing in? Holding office as as the current Deputy President. Will they? Or will they just follow what they have been following? That is trying to, how can I put it? Will they continue disregarding the Constitution and becoming an incompetent judicial system that does not work for Kenyans but works for President William Ruto? Because that is what we have seen in the last few days. That is what we have seen as long as we have been following the judiciary of the Republic of Kenya. So hii inaitwa Jurispesa. The man himself has decided to challenge them. Anaitwa Joseph Enoch Aura. He's an activist. By the way, sitting down and drafting a 215 petition, a 215 pages petition is not a joke. So umse anajua chenye anafanya, and he has even acquired a lawyer to go ahead and help him file the said petition. For now, mambo ni kama haya, na wakumbusha, make sure una subscribe into our YouTube channel for more news and more trading stories.